Multiculturalism by Rebecca Barr. During this video, we'll go over definition of multiculturalism, approaching multiculturalism, students with disabilities, importance of understanding multiculturalism, essentials of multicultural education, and 2 examples of social studies literature. Our first portion of the video is definition of multiculturalism. In today's society, we see many different types of cultures in one classroom. It is important for teachers to know about the different cultures in their classroom in order to effectively teach their students. Shauna Smith defined multiculturalism as subjective by nature, riddled with controversy, and for many the cause of intense reaction at its mere utterance. Multiculturalism is a hot topic, be it skin color, religious beliefs, sexual orientation, political perspectives, even life experiences and past mistakes. No one single attribute constitutes the entirety of a person's identity. These are merely puzzle pieces that construct our identity, whether they result in a so-called norm or not. Much of the available literature alludes to the subjective nature of defining multiculturalism, suggesting that a general definition is often inaccurate and misrepresented. As a future teacher, I need to understand that multiculturalism is not based on race, ethnicity, religious beliefs, or abilities and disabilities. It is based on a variety of things that make a student who they are. Multiculturalism can drastically impact how a teacher can plan and structure their curriculum. Then, it affects how they plan to teach their students. Through multiculturalism, educators can answer the question, can multicultural education and culturally relevant pedagogy be used to increase student interest in social studies? Essentially, the way educators approach multiculturalism affects the way students will approach multiculturalism in the classroom. A teacher should always model appropriate actions of multiculturalism in the classroom. When teaching multiculturalism in the classroom, the teacher should always be open-minded towards the other cultures represented. When teachers are open to different cultures, the students are open to different cultures present in their classroom. Shauna Smith stated in her journal, as responsible educators, we should strive for multicultural education that feeds the open-minded soul with an understanding of difference and empowers students to be equipped for social action, effectively empowering the one to be part of many. It is important to remember when addressing multiculturalism in the classroom, we need to feed the open-minded souls. If we give the open-minded soul an understanding of multiculturalism, we can help the students feel empowered to participate and gain an understanding when learning new information. Now we're going to be talking about students with disabilities. A teacher has many different types of students to consider when teaching multiculturalism and using relevant pedagogy to increase student interest. Teachers need to consider students with disabilities. Students with disabilities have different types of home life, school life, and social life compared to a student without disabilities. The teacher can use their knowledge of the disability the student has to prepare developmentally appropriate multiculturalism, integration, and culturally relevant pedagogy to increase interest in social studies in their students. A teacher needs to teach students based on their culture even if they have a disability. Different cultures believe different things about disabilities and the causes behind the disabilities. Some cultures believe that a disability is caused by the parents angering a higher power. This could eventually affect the student's life. The student could have been given up for adoption because of this. This is important to remember when teaching students with disabilities because you do not want to tell them something that will upset them. Also, students with disabilities also need to know about culture and different aspects of their own culture. It has been said that people with disabilities have their own culture. The teacher could do several things to understand the culture of students with disabilities, like going to Special Olympics, volunteering at a special needs group, or volunteering with people with special needs. Being culturally relevant will help the students pay attention to the teacher more because they believe that the teacher understands them. We will now discuss understanding multicultural education. Over the next century, teachers will encounter many students from different cultures. Different cultures take different things about education seriously. The Asian culture perceives education as a crucial aspect in life. Asian students have been known to get upset about getting a B in class. A student who lives in the culture of poverty will be known to care less about their education. Different cultures give students different motivations to learn. An understanding about multiculturalism will give the teacher an understanding about the motivation behind their students. Also, an understanding of the different cultures represented will help the teacher respectively communicate with their students. When students lose respect for a teacher, they will not listen to the teacher. What are the essentials of multicultural education? It is important for a teacher to exhibit equity pedagogy when approaching multiculturalism in the classroom. Equity pedagogy is defined as teaching strategies in classroom environments that help students from diverse racial, ethnic, and cultural groups attain the knowledge, skills, and attitudes needed to function effectively within and help create and perpetuate a just, humane, and democratic society. If a teacher does not use equity pedagogy when teaching, the classroom will not become a humane and democratic society. Appropriate pedagogies prepare the student to fit into the culture. The Banks team has stated equity pedagogy challenges teachers to use teaching strategies that facilitate the learning process. If a teacher uses equal teaching strategies, the students will learn. The teacher needs to focus on all the needs of their students, not just certain groups of students. Equity pedagogy provides hidden curriculum for the teacher. The teacher is able to take the information about the different cultures and integrate the information into the different lessons the teacher teaches. This provides the teacher with hidden curriculum. With this being said, we can use several books and activities to teach students about culture. We are now going to discuss supplemental books and activities. The first book is called Can You Greet the Whole Wide World by Leslie Evans. This book provides a tour around the world while learning different greetings. This book can be used to teach different greetings around the world. A teacher can then call out the different languages in the book for the students to say the greetings. After using the different languages, the teacher can then have the students create different signs for the greetings. The second book is called Birthdays in Many Cultures by Martha E. H. Rusted. The book provides the teacher and students information about birthdays around the world. The teacher can then use the different cultures to celebrate different students' birthdays. Teachers can not only use books to teach about cultures, but a teacher can use activities. The first activity teachers can use at the beginning of the new year. The teacher uses the activity celebrating New Year's around the world to teach about different cultures and how they spend time celebrating the new year. The next activity is called Music Around the World. The teacher can use this year-round. The teacher is supposed to talk about different cultures and play their music for the students. If a teacher spends the month talking about a specific culture, they can play that culture's music during independent activities or group activities. This can give the students a background on cultural music.